is super nice.
담담하게 넌 무뚝뚝한 말투로 미안하고 고마웠다고 말하네. 이미 알고 있던 듯 고개 끄덕였지만 아직 잡은 손을 놓지는 못해.
Welcome back to part 2 of the Seoul series. Last time we tried the raw marinated crab, explored the COEX Starfield Mall, did a color analysis, stocked up on beauty essentials at Olive Young, and of course took tons of pictures like the tourists we are. But all that fun takes energy, so we're starting today nice and easy with the viral banana milk coffee from 7-Eleven.
Coffee aja kan? Tasteless coffee. Okay lah. Different lah, no? Okay lah.
Then we hopped on a bus and ventured to Namdaemun, a bustling market area. It's like a labyrinth of sights, sounds, and smells. Seriously, there's something to see in every corner, from colorful fabrics to fresh seafood. We even stumbled upon a little restaurant tucked away with photos of these famous people on the wall and figured, why not? And let me tell you, it was the best decision ever. This fish was so fresh and flavorful, it practically melted in my mouth, and the rice, it was gone in a second. Even the ex-president enjoyed it. There's a picture of him on the wall. The rain decided to have a strong party today, so we ducked underground into this massive mall. It was like a whole other world down here. They sold everything from jewelry to medicine and people rushing in all directions. Honestly, it was a little overwhelming, but at the same time also oddly fascinating. After emerging from the maze, we're walking down the street and we see this stall with a line longer than a BTS fan club meeting, I kid you not. And they're steaming up these fluffy buns that look like little pillows of happiness. These are filled with kimchi, the spicy fermented cabbage that's Korea's national flavor bomb. The lady behind the counter is moving at ninja-like speed. These buns aren't messing around. They're in and out of the steamer faster than you can say kimchi jjigae. And there was a whole system going on. They constantly brought new fluffy buns out of giant steamers and reloaded them. Each batch was sold out so fast, it was like a feeding frenzy every few minutes. And there were 2 different fillings. The kimchi buns seemed to be the crowd's favorite, so I waited patiently and scored a piping hot kimchi bun. The steam tickled my nose like a friendly hello, and oh my goodness, the kimchi hits perfectly. A spicy, tangy flavor. It's fluffy, it's warm, it's packed with flavor. The perfect warm hug for a rainy day.
that's it. You can actually put your beverage here, like in there. There you go.
비가 내리면 자연스레 너를 떠올려
Oh, that's cute.
Don't know how I can explain
Seoul has got this hidden, not so hidden gem called Ikseondong. It's like a maze of charming streets lined with artsy cafes, independent shops, and a whole lot of cool vibes. It's the kind of place where you can wander for hours, getting lost in the creative energy and stumbling upon hidden treasures. We're walking down on these streets and our noses caught a whiff of something heavenly. It's sweet, it's savory, and it called to us like
So
a
nice.
siren song. We followed the scent and found ourselves face to face with cheese industries. We're talking about emmental cheesecake here. It's got all the creamy goodness we craved, infused with a nutty, slightly sweet flavor of emmental.
You're my sunshine after rain 네가 좋아 깊이 하늘을 봐 덮어지는 하늘과 Silver lining in the clouds 바람결에 묻는 너의 햇살
We took a bite and the cheesecake was smooth,
Super
so
cheesecake.
smooth. And when the emmental kicked in, it added a whole new flavor of complexity. It was so good. You have to try this. This is so good.
매일 더 아껴줄 거야 Perfect strangers
Oh, they don't want umbrellas.
Just the two of us 침묵 속에 대화 till the sun down
After loading up on all that food, we decided to visit Gyeongbokgung to see the changing of the guards ceremony. These towering gates, intricate architecture, and rich history stretches back centuries. This place was the heart of the Joseon dynasty, the kingdom that ruled Korea for over 500 years. These guys are the royal guards, and they were the main security guys for the king and his crew. They weren't just standing around looking pretty, they were actually the real deal, responsible for keeping the king and everyone here safe. But today, it's not so much about fighting bad guys. They have pretty cool ceremonies like the daily changing of the guard, but it was raining today, so it was cancelled, unfortunately. The changing of the guard ceremony is actually a reenactment of a tradition that dates back to the Joseon dynasty. It started back in 1392. And it's not just for show. The ceremony reenacts how things actually went down way back in the Joseon dynasty. One of the key moments in the ceremony is the exchange of symbolic keys between the commander of the incoming and outgoing guards. This signifies the official transfer of responsibility for protecting the palace.
우리가 될까 그럼 괜찮아질까 이 척박한 세상 After all We are lonely souls 난 그러니까 따라 fishbowl
This is Hanok Village, known for its traditional houses, a trip back in time to old school Seoul. The thing that amazes me the most is that people actually live here in the hundreds of traditional Korean houses called hanoks. You'll notice that they're built with wood, stone, and natural materials, featuring beautiful sloping roofs. I feel like I'm in a historical drama walking through here. The whole atmosphere here is so peaceful. The streets are quiet. They actually have people standing around to ensure you keep the peace because people actually do live here. As you walk through Hanok Village, your nose will be greeted with different aromas of freshly brewed tea, and you can peek into shops selling traditional crafts. It really was an experience wandering around here.
all still the same.
People actually still live here.
To rest a little after all that exploring, we treated ourselves to a beautiful tea experience at the Osulloc Tea House. We ordered the moonwalk tea and some sejak green tea, along with a rice cake assortment. Sipping tea surrounded by the beautiful landscape and calming music, it was the perfect way to recharge our batteries and to forget my wet soaking shoes. We then took the subway to meet up with our tour. We found this Seoul night tour on Klook and decided it would be an amazing way to end our day. They had a bus scheduled to pick us up from the Myeongdong train station to take us to our first stop, the Changgyeong Palace. Our guide told us that unlike the Gyeongbokgung, which we saw earlier today with the changing of guards, the Changgyeonggung was built for the most important women in the king's life. So King Seongjong became king at only 12 years old, like literally a child. This meant he couldn't rule effectively on his own, so he relied on his mother, grandmother, and aunt to help him until he turned 20. He wanted to provide a comfortable and secure living space for the three queens in his life, so he built the Changgyeonggung, filled with beautiful gardens and serene courtyards. As you walk through the palace, you'll find a lot of pine trees as they are deeply symbolic in Korean culture. Being an evergreen, they represent longevity, resilience, and unwavering integrity, all qualities a good king aspires to have. It also symbolizes the enduring nature of the kingdom itself. I guess it worked because the Joseon dynasty survived over 500 years, so must be doing something. She also said that this house right here doesn't have any animals on top of it because that's a servant house. See how it doesn't have any animals on there? And the one before has animals. The decorative figures lining the ridge are called japsang, influenced by Chinese roof ornaments. Each japsang figure has a specific meaning. For example, tigers were believed to ward off evil spirits and misfortunes, dragons and phoenixes for good fortune, and cranes for harmony with nature. So pretty. Look at all these bonsais.
The last king of Joseon dynasty, King Sunjong, at the second palace, and they built this to console.
That's our tour bus.
Strategy. All right, we need some strategy.
Trying to
to Gwangjang market now. We have an hour, so we're gonna have to run.
And yes, of course, we had to try the famous hand-cut noodles from Street Food on Netflix. And yes, the hype is real. These noodles are seriously packed with flavor. We also got their mandu and it is so good.
I want to try this one.
This is actually the oldest continuously operating traditional market in South Korea. It's been feeding hungry Koreans since 1905, and imagine the generations of vendors perfecting their recipes. There's mountains of food here and all the banchan you can imagine. Seriously, there's something here to satisfy every craving. And our biggest adventure here is trying Sannakji, Korea's famous dish of moving octopus legs.
Have this where you put your bag in and then you just close it. You sit on it. How cool is that?
I know what you're thinking. It sounds a bit intense, but we're being open-minded and trying new things, even if they seem a little out there at first. I gotta say, it's definitely a test of courage because I couldn't do it for the longest time. I was just staring at that plate. But hey, when in Seoul, right? So I decided to take the plunge with a few precautions, of course. Just a heads up for anyone squeamish or with swallowing difficulties, you can go ahead and skip forward because the tentacles can still move on the plate. Safety is key. It's super important to chew thoroughly. Due to the choking hazard, Sannakji isn't recommended for young children or people who have difficulty swallowing.
I'm scared.
The verdict? Honestly, it wasn't that bad. The texture is definitely unique, a little bouncy. It's all about the experience, and hey, now I can say I tried moving octopus legs in Korea. I know this isn't for everyone, and that's totally cool, but for me, the beauty of traveling and food is challenging myself to try new things and finding out what I like. The point is to challenge myself to not judge and be open-minded. So yeah, if you're looking for an authentic Korean food adventure, Gwangjang Market is the place to be. Just come hungry because your taste buds are in for a wild ride.
Soybean flour, cinnamon, nut, brown sugar, and grain. There's octopus everywhere, look. And we just tried it just now and I was actually pretty scared, but I want to at least try it once, and decide if I like it or not. I won't order it again, but I can say I tried it.
Nice view.
Wow. Oh, good air quality.
Yeah. And right in front of the mountain, there's
짜인의 그대란 사랑 작은 유리병에 나를 넣고 나를 놓아주면 안 되나요? 나 그대 없으면 나 한시도 못 가서 금방 숨이 멎을 것 같아요.
Oh my god, this is so cute.
나를 바라봐요. 그때 결심해요.
Up here. So cute. Getting this one for my
melasma, so like any spots or like freckles, anything like that.
Okay, bye-bye.
BHC.
적숙해 보이지만 널 때문에 여자 이때가 싶었던 너변한 너를 품은 여자 다리지가 왜 나를 놓치고 야한 여자 그래 양가적인 여자 나는 사나이 점잖아 보이지만 널 땐 너는 사나이 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 사나이 근육보다 상상이 울퉁불퉁한 사나이 그런 사나이
Samida. Wow. Finally got it. Last order. Oh my god, it's so many ba.
아유.
It's super nice.
佢嘅皮啊？唔係啊，佢有啲酸味，一啲咩咁樣喎，好靚。人哋話好好食啊，我未食啊，依家我食，我依家俾你食啊。
Thanks for hanging with me. I hope you enjoyed the adventure in this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe because on the next episode, we'll go back to Gangnam to try their famous local barbecue, then the cold noodles everyone has been queuing for, and then we've got to pack up for our trip home. See you next week. Bye.
이젠 말해요 그대 곁에 있을